Usually I praise Italy in my videos, but I'll tell you a little bit about what I don't really like. And you can understand this only our Russian mentality. Here it is, dolce vita, slow life. It's around you, beautiful, it always tastes good to you. It's not doing anything. Perhaps I could agree with this. If I wasn't Russian, I usually have reach in my head. I usually need to do something to muddle, moving somewhere. I need a lot better everything and better right now. And so with my character a little bit, here's this Italian vibe of slow life, love doing nothing, slightly conflicted, and we are brought up in a little aggressive environment. I think much more initiative than Italians. Although Italians have a lot more skills, social interaction, and then you cannot say whose path is more effective. We can end up much cooler in efficiency, and they can make money much easier. For example, because money is not equal to labor, too much big money can be through just negotiating. And for you, what are the pros and cons of living in Italy like? Post to follow. My name is Eduard Kichigin. The scary thing is a monocycle, which I ride often. It's incredibly comfortable, but there are nuances. I would gladly give up the monocycle and would walk, because feel that a huge amount of vitality is just that. To move, to not drive something, take at least 10,000 steps a day straight. Imagine and even remember what alive would be if I didn't change my walking. On that mono-heel addiction, you get up on a monocycle, your hands are free. In one hand scroll, in another cup of coffee. Do you want to walk after that? It's so slow, it's so uncomfortable. It's the same for so long. Trying to compensate for lack of movement with sports. It turns out, of course, out of hand badly. Don't buy a mono wheel. This is addicting like. My name is Eduard Kichigin. Very strange stuff. A lot of failures in terms of timing and quality. When I used for my workflows 3D programs for visualization, well, understandable that it's complex, long-lasting, and high-tech. Never have I had a dip in the sketching stage. And now, if you get a little distracted, and rise a little above this whole structure, and sketching and 3D visualization provides some level. Mutual understanding with customer. These are two service structures. Sale of the concept, that is, 3D visualization and sketching. They show the project with varying degrees of detail, with different assumptions. Imagine that 3D visualization and sketching. These are your two employees, and your task is to sell the project. Your task is to sell the concept, and you essentially need both of those workers. They both pull some part of the work. One straight at a client meeting, maybe showing his sketches. Agree on a huge number of nuances. Another one, 3D visualization is like heavy and clumsy, but very curious and detailed stuff. You can see everything from all sides. If you strain yourself, you can even get a good picture. But this is certainly not a fact, and you can probably only work with one of these characters. But basically, it's irrational. Since I use professional both of these directions, then it's easy for me. And I wouldn't give a clear preference for efficiency. No sketching or 3D visualization. They are equally needed, and giving up any of them is unthinkably stupid. And what do you think? Write in the comments. And my portfolio can be viewed in the description, video, and in the profile. My name is Eduard Kichigin. Very cool to have in front of your eyes constantly those cities, which I visited traveling. In my studio in St. Petersburg, hung pictures of those Italian cities, which I really love, which walked a lot, in which important events took place for me. And when I run out of powers, when nothing works and everything is useless, just lift your head from the writing desk. You look at the general plan of Venice, or the Colosseum in Rome, and as if you were being pulled by the scruff from your seemingly not very fun situation. Perhaps you need paintings in the office for this, for you to constantly watch, and constantly pulling myself out of work situations, remembering and understanding that there is something much bigger and possible, much more important to you than what happens to you today. Maybe not the most beautiful day. It works well, and see the gallery of my paintings in the description of the video and in the profile. My name is Eduard Kichigin.